Hello everyone. If you have been following my previous videos, you should be aware that I'm developing a sample online chat application with Laravel framework and Laravel-echo-server. If you're not familiar, feel free to check out my previous two videos, part 1 and 2, about online chat application. So if you see on my screen here, we are able to send some text message in the chat room. So this is a very basic functionality. Today I'm going to make some changes to a UI design, some improvement from user experience point of view, and I will also try to talk about some obvious performance issue in the current implementation and propose an idea or a solution on how to improve it. But firstly, let's change the UI. Currently, you can see the name and the text are horizontally aligned. I like to put the name on top of the text message, so from my point of view, it will look better. Now let's look into a code base and try to make the change. So if you see here, so this is the template of the chat room, and this is the message rendering, the template for the messages. I'll move the user name to the top of the message. Change the tag to div. Also remove the flex classes as it's aligning the elements horizontally. I also need to remove the margin here, horizontal margin, as we don't need to. We expect to get them left aligned, the elements. So you should be able to see it on the page. So we need to remove the margin here when they are vertically aligned. Now let's say hello. Okay, you see here they are vertically aligned, so they are aligned to the left. Okay, that's what I expect. I also need to, I like to add some style to the username, so a bit smaller and with some bluish color to the text. So what we can do is add some classes here. Say text small and with some blue color, 600. Let's see, refresh. Hello. Now you see here, this is what I like to have on the page. What if I click send again? Hello again. Okay, this is what I like to have for now from the UI design or user experience point of view. The other thing you may be aware that I didn't implement in previous video, the text, the input box. Once I send the message, I like to reset or clear the input box. That's a typical behavior in most of the chat application. So this is what I like to implement. So when should we reset or clean the input box? We should do it in a successful message send. So let's look into the code base here. A successful message send means a successful API response. So when we post and in the then callback, we'd like to reset. In this callback, positive response callback, we reset the message input reference to empty string. It essentially is the value of the reference to empty string. Now let's refresh and type something. Welcome to the channel. Send. Now you see here it's empty now. It's reset. Are you still there? Yeah. Send. Yeah. So this is how we like to have. And if I click again, Now you see here, yeah, there's something empty. So ideally, we want to stop sending message if the info box is empty, right? So this is what I need to implement or fix. It's kind of bug to me. So send message here. We need to add some condition. If message input value length greater than 0, that's when we want to send the message. Right? Otherwise, nothing will happen when we click. Now let's refresh. And hello again, send. Now you can see the message appear on the page. Now let's click again. Nothing happened. If we see the network to understand better here, now no message sent. If we type multiple white spaces, we should send a message even it looks empty. So this is what we expect. Welcome to the channel. Okay, now you can see this is how it works. And the next thing I like to cover is the behavior of the lag or delay. What I mean is if I type some text message, lag, pay attention to the timing when I click the button and the timing the input box got cleared. See if it appears on the page immediately. So if I click send, it's cleared, but it takes some time to show it up on the page. So it's kind of lag. Why? That's because we make the API call. With a successful API call, the message got broadcast by the server side. The message won't show up on the page until the client side or the web page receives the notification or broadcast from the server side over WebSocket. So two separate processes. The client side has to wait for the broadcast, so it takes time. How can we improve? The solution can be the client side can surely be aware of the login user, the username, and in each message or event published by the broadcast by the server side, as I showed you before. So web message published, was published, message and the user. These two information are available in the event, so we can check once we receive an event if the message is sent by itself, by the user, login user itself. So we can skip that message. We don't have to push it to the message queue here. Instead, the message will be pushed to the queue in a successful API call post call. Okay, let's see how we can do it. For now, the client side is not aware of the login user. We have some kind of way here. You can come up with a better solution, but for now, for demonstration purpose, this is something you can think of. Say we can introduce populate a global variable, say login user. It has the username or handle. We just expose the name to the page. And here, we remember we need to reserve or escape the double quotes. This is what we like to use to form the name string as to build the script, JavaScript blob. So here we need to use auth user name. So this is how we get the login username and populate the JavaScript piece on the page. In this way, user. If I refresh a page, if I say login user, you can see this is the name, the login user. If user is not logging, it will be empty. Okay, I think that's That's it for the user, login user. Next step, on the front-end page, on this module, chat room module, we need to check. Say we can destruct the username. So what's published? So name, user. So remember that property user for the event. If user not equal to login user, the name, we push the message to the queue. Now let's see. If I refresh the page, hello, should I see the message on this page when I click the button? No, we should not, because it's sent by myself. The logic will not push it to the queue or will not display it on the page. So who is responsible for pushing the message to queue? Here. So with a successful API call, we need to push something to the message queue. What's pushed? We need to conform to the pattern. So message input value and user login user name. Okay, so this is how we build the message and push to the queue. Remember that the message input has been reset here, so we need to push the message before that reset. Now we should be able to see the message quick enough. Hello. As long as the message, once the message disappears from the input box, we should see the message on the screen. Right? It's pretty quick. Now let me see if I can use a different browser. And let's see, localhost login. Now I'm logging in a different browser with a different user, XYZ. I'm back. Coder send. Yeah. I see here XYZ say I'm back. Yeah, I think it's quick enough. Can you see my message instantly? Yeah, so the zero encoder user still listening to the broadcast. Once they receive the message, it show up on the page. But the XYZ user instantly see the message displayed in the channel as it's sent by itself. Okay, I think that's it for today. Remember that we still have no message history or chat history stored somewhere. It's not persisted. So we need to find a way in next video to store them somewhere, typically in database. So that once we rejoin or first time join the channel, the chat room, we should be able to see what's happening, what has happened, or what's the chat history in the channel. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I will submit the code to the repository. Feel free to check them out and try it by yourselves. So if you feel it's useful, remember to thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Do remember to ring the bell so that every time when I update, you will receive the notification. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.